Captain Lance, you have not failed the city. And today, you guys, the episode, just all around greatness. And yes, I know I finally got my hair cut. Long hair was starting to drive me a little nuts. But anyway, terrific episode this week. It was just all around great craziness. Okay, so we started off the episode with the new enemies. We figure out that they are police, and they are the killers of this episode. What do we find out after that? Well, Lance finds out about Laurel bringing Sarah back from the dead, and it is absolutely crazy the way that they're playing out all these emotions, and you sort of start to get just wrapped up into it. And it's a really interesting way to go about this episode, the way they're going about it all. I think it's a really good point that they have absolutely no idea right now that Sarah is even back. Oliver doesn't know, Diggle doesn't know, Felicity doesn't know. The only people who know are Damien Darhk, Lance, Thea, and of course Laurel. Four people out of the seven big group. And more into the backstory of what was going on during the fourth year of the island, which I gotta say, this arc is seeming a little more interesting than the arc that we had last season, which I think we saw too much last season when it took away from all the goodness that can come from the island arcs. But this one we're seeing much less, and it's actually making us want more. Or at least me in particular. I don't know about you guys, but that's just how I feel. I mean, I think that they're doing it really smart with this one. So the island stuff, we knew that as soon as they said, "Show me the body," he's like, "I choked her out." We like, oh, he pulled that trick from season 1. Whoa, you gonna teach me that? No. That was a great trick that Yao Fei taught him in season 1, so that was really good to see that trick brought back again. And we get back to the whole Oliver running for mayor. We didn't get too much of this in last week's episode, but we're getting back to it in this one, and we meet the new Arrow Cave. We found it, and it is just absolutely incredible, although, of course, there's going to be power glitches. Now, there's much more going on. The whole thing with Felicity's phone last week, I didn't think about this until after I did the review, but I think, and I know a lot of people are probably thinking this too, but I think that the constant messages that Felicity is getting on her phone is coming from none other than Ray Palmer himself, the Atom, which, by the way, would explain quite a bit. We get a little bit more into the whole cops are the enemies. It's like, oh, they were part of the anti-vigilante task force, which was set up again last season, which was it was just all around craziness in this episode, and it was really good fight actions. Thea has been much more under control lately than she has, in the other episodes. There was a very calmness. She wasn't freaking out in any of the fights. So, good there. And, of course, we get the meeting with Damien Darhk. What does he tell Lance to do? To put one in his daughter's head. Of course, Laurel stops him. And I keep thinking he's going to tell Laurel, because now Oliver knows. And he just gives him the riot act. And you really see that in this episode. The trust between the two of them has become something that they both rely on. Captain Lance has gotten to the point where he trusts Oliver, the Green Arrow. And Oliver has just trusted him for 3 years. But now, within one single moment, he started to distrust him like that. It was just all out anger and disdain and just disappointment, just all these emotions of anger that are coming from Oliver that Captain Lance showed him for a good, however long it was, a good year and a half on, the Arrow return deal. at least until, Sarah came back from the dead the first time. It's a really smart move on their part to put Captain Lance and Oliver in this position. We don't want them tiptoeing around the entire thing for the entire season or even the mid-season. No, we want to see this stuff happen right now. They're getting the obvious cons out of the way and just having everyone figure it out right here, right now. And it's working beautifully. I'm really enjoying this season right now, guys. It's just going so great. The battle at the end was absolutely awesome. Seeing Team Arrow and Lance up against the Anti-Task Force Rogues, what I'm going to call them for this episode, worked really, really well. And Lance's whole speech about justice, yeah, that worked. And, of course, we got the presidential campaign at the very end of the episode, where, of course, Oliver walked into his office and was surprised to see so many people working on his whole run for mayor thing. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh, he has no idea what's going on. It's been a really good episode this week, you guys. And, of course, the speech was really good from Thea as well. Just putting down how Oliver feels about saving the city. This episode was tremendous. And now we know a few things regarding the next episode. We are going to bring in the magic, literally magic, for Arrow Season 4. John Constantine. I didn't think they were going to throw any John Constantine stuff in here. I haven't seen the TV show. I don't know anything about John Constantine other than the Keanu Reeves movie from however many years ago it was. But really good episode. Setup for the next episode was absolutely great. That's all I can say for this episode. On a scale of 1 to 10, I gotta say, I give this episode the 9.9 out of 10. It was an almost perfect episode. I would like to see a little more of the whole, I kind of wanted there to be a little more regarding, Oliver's relationship with Lance, because now he has him working with Damien Darhk on purpose so he could get the inside scoop. But, there is the obvious con here. Eventually something's going to happen that'll make Lance slip up. Damien Darhk will find out, and it's quite possible he'll try to kill Lance or something like that. The only con that I have with the episode really is just that one little detail. But I'm glad they're getting everything out in the open. So, 9 out of 10. 9.9 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode in the comments section below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook in the description below. Hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button with all your might and keep the Arrow hype going. It's been absolutely crazy this season. I've loved every last minute of it. This has been Arrow Season 4, Episode 4, and it's been off the hook. It's just been awesome. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Share this with as many people as you can. I greatly appreciate it. It gets this channel going. I'll catch you guys later.